Hello everyone, I'm here going to address the incredibly lucrative but fairly niche audience of people wanting to look at the NSAA Points Leaders by Class website and actually have it be a little bit more useful than it is currently. If you don't know how to get to the Points Leader by Class, I guess we'll start with that. Go to nsaahome.org, click on basketball, scroll down, schedules wildcard, click on it once, Points Leaders by Class. Okay, here's our Points Leaders by Class list. And this is perfectly fine, but there's a few issues that I ran into, so I thought I'd make a video and just kind of addressed how to make this slightly more easy to use when you're trying to anticipate what may happen in the exciting world of high school basketball. Anyway, start with this. Find the class you want to deal with. If it's all of them, you can do it to all of them. If it's just one, just do it to one. In my case, I'm looking at Class D1. Right-click on Class D1, click on Inspect. This will launch the developer console inside of the browser. I happen to be using the Chrome browser. This should work on most modern browsers. I happen to use Chrome because that's the one the developer tools are probably the best on that. But anyway, once you click on your heading, just below that you should see a UL tag inside of here. Right-click on that, go to Edit as HTML, change that U to an O, and suddenly now we have numbers listing out our things here. Way more handy in my opinion. Now if you're going to print this, now that could be just enough, but if you're going to print this, go back to your class here, and in the class element style down here, put in a page break before and have the fill in always as the value for that. And then here's the other important thing you'll need to put in there. Put in a display and put in block. Has to be a block level element for the page break to work. Okay, we've done that. The only other thing we may want to do there is if you want to print this out and have a little space in between them for, you know, just to have a little bit more room to write notes in or whatever happens to be, you can do a pad in that same place there. You can do a padding. I screwed this up. We need to come down to the OL. In the OLLI area, you need to do a padding. And I use a short code, so it's 0 top, 0 right. Do like a 4 pixel bottom, 0 left. Tab off of that, and you can see we have that instantly made this jump, so you have a little space. You can make more space, you can make less space. So with those few changes we made right now, we've got it numbered, we've got some spaces. The other thing is when we go to print it right now, you will notice that everything runs together until you get to D1, which skips from the bottom of this page to the top of its own page. So we'll put it on all on its own page. I guess you could shrink it down so you get these bottom ones in there if you wanted to do that. But anyway, if you were to print page 5 of this now, you would have whatever class you wanted numbered with spaces, and that's just a little bit easier to do than the default NSAA. If you're ever watching this, make a few changes to your CSS and be a little bit easier for people to be able to use. Thanks.